Let me paint you a picture. I moved into a new house in April. It's old. Part of it is apparently 130 years old, which means it's a property that needs to be maintained. It needs some TLC. Due to the age and the construction of that part of the house, there is little to no insulation, potential for damp and condensation, and that's all become apparent now that it's winter. So to help me manage this, I purchased the Meaco Arete One Dehumidifier with the goal of helping me maintain humidity levels in the house, help with damp, and also dry my laundry, as that has become a new fad on socials. I've been using it for the last month or so, and it's great. I'm really impressed at how much it's helped, which is great for me, but not so much for you, as I've been using it so much, it's hard to show you the difference it's made. Anyway, let me run through everything I've learned so far. Before we get into it, I will continue to use this, so if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you give us a thumbs up and a sub. Right, let's run through the spec and features first. Firstly, this is a range of dehumidifiers. There are different models, different sizes. So the one I have is the 12L, but they also have a 10, 20 and 25L as well. And if, like me, you think the L stands for litres, it does not, as the 12L doesn't have a 12 litre anything. And the water tank is actually 2.5 litres. This is a compressor-based dehumidifier, not desiccant. I think that's how you say it. The main difference between them is the room temperature they best perform at, where desiccant can work at lower temperatures, whereas the efficiency of a compressor-based system drops at those lower temperatures. You pick the one to suit your environment, but for a heated home like mine, compressor is fine. It weighs 12 kilograms, it has a handle and 4 wheels on it, so it's quite easy to maneuver around. Noise level is stated at 35 to 38 dBA, which is hard to quantify, but I'll touch on that a little bit later. Power consumption is stated at 151 watts online, but the manual states 165 watts. And we'll run some calcs later to verify that. It's got 2 fan speeds, low and high, washable dust filter that you can upgrade to a HEPA one if you wanted to, timing options, laundry mode, child lock, automatic shut off if the tank is full of water, plus you can attach a hose if you wanted to continuously use it. Walking around the machine is quite compact. It's a nice looking modern piece of kit in my opinion. To the top you've got the grill, flush handle, which you pull up, and then the display and controls as well. 4 buttons: power on off, humidity mode, laundry mode, and night mode / child lock. The display shows the humidity level as a number 1 to 99, and then below that are 4 indicator lights used for showing other things. To the front and to the very bottom is the water tank, which you simply pull out, empty and put back in. To the rear is the filter area and a cable tidy, and as mentioned earlier, it sits on 4 wheels, so you can easily move this around your house. Running through the different modes available and starting with humidity mode. This is the default mode, and once on, has a target to achieve a humidity level in the space of 55, and once hit, it will stop. Once achieved, it will turn off, and then the fan will automatically turn on again every 30 minutes to test the environment. Say it's 55%, and then it's testing the environment again and raises by 3% or more to 58 or more. It will automatically turn back on and start working again. I mentioned those fan speeds, where if the humidity in the space is 15 or over target, so 70, if you're using the default 55, the fan speed will be set to high. If it's under 15, so under 70, it will run on low speed. 55 is the default. You can cycle through other options between 40 and 70 if you wish. Laundry mode is the next feature mode, and as the title says, it's used for drying your laundry. In this mode, the unit will set to a default target humidity level of 35% and will run on high fan speed. This mode runs for 6 hours and 6 hours only, and it will automatically turn off after that. If that target of 35 is met, it will turn off sooner, but in my experience, I never got anywhere near that. Other modes include air purification mode, which means the unit will not dehumidify and it will just recirculate the air and filter it or purify it. Also night mode, which means the fan speed will be reduced to low, the buttons will not bleep when pressed, and all the lights on the display will be turned off. Performance wise, I've been so impressed. Unfortunately for you guys watching, I've been using it so much, it's been performing so well, it's hard for me to actually show you how well it works. When I first got it, various rooms had a humidity over 70, but since I've been using it, that level has decreased and that lower level has been maintained with little top-up uses. For example, my living room, the oldest room in the house, had a reading of 72 on day 1, but now when I turn the unit on, it's down to low 60s. So it's removed that moisture, and by me continually using it, new moisture isn't building up. One area that always has a high humidity is my cellar, so let's cut to me down there and it kind of gives you an example on performance. Okay, so in my new house I've got a cellar. It's unheated, it's not tanked, it does get damp, it's not very big, it's just a little space obviously, no wine, it's all been drunk. Anyway, the dehumidifier is down here, it's currently reading 86, I'm going to leave it here overnight, about 12 hours, and we're going to see how much water it collects. The tank is empty, I imagine it's going to get quite full. So we'll come back down in the morning and see what happens. Okay, so it's the morning after. I've just come down. The dehumidifier's been on for just over 12 hours. It's gone down from 86 to 80. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to take the water tank over to the kitchen and we'll see how much water has come out. Okay, so as you can see, it's nearly full. I reckon a few more hours and it probably would have completely filled the tank up. Over 2 litres of water has been collected in that tank in a 12-hour period. Moving on to using it with laundry, it certainly does help, but you've got to use it the right way and there are some variables. So ideally hang your laundry up on a clothes horse or similar within a small heated space along with the unit. For me, I've got a small study. The heating would be on for a couple of hours in the morning and then the evening too, maintaining 18 degrees or so. Clothes would be washed and spun, no tumble dry or anything, then hung up. Then setting the unit to laundry mode. In those 6 hours, it would on average remove about 800 millilitres of water or 30% of the tank size. My clothes would be noticeably drier than if the unit wasn't on, but sometimes 6 hours isn't enough. Thicker items, a hoodie or something, would need another cycle, another 6 hours, or I put it in the airing cupboard. However, it all depends on how many clothes, what type of clothes, the size of the space you're drying in, the temperature, and whether the heating is on or not. And also if you put in the laundry mode or standard mode and monitoring the timings yourself. Put it this way, I've seen enough of an improvement in drying clothes for me to always use it when I'm doing the laundry. A quick note on the water tank, which has a level section on the front so you can check the water level on the fly when you're walking around, but the tank itself does have a float in, which is how it monitors water level and automatically turns off when full. If you want to continuously use the unit, you can remove the water tank, remove the right angle adapter that's located in the tank, and then attach it to the spout on the unit. This then allows you to attach a hose to the spout and you can run that to a larger bucket or ideally to a drain. Let's talk about running costs for a minute. So I brought my Jackery power station out, which is great, by the way. I'll leave a link on screen for that now. But this thing displays power draw from whatever you plug in. So I plugged in the dehumidifier. The wattage peaked at 136 for me, and it didn't matter if it was on low or high speed, if it had just started or was running for an hour. So that's a little bit less than the stated 151 on the website or 165 that Meaco have said in the manual. I also didn't see a great variance depending on the temperature of the room or the current humidity level. It fluctuates a bit, but not too much. So that's good. Anyway, let's run on Meaco's average figures, and if it draws less power, it's a bonus. I'm currently with Octopus, their standard tariff, and they charge me 28p per kilowatt hour, excluding standing charge. So if we run the higher figure stated in the manual of 165 watts, divide that by 1 kilowatt, that's pretty much 6 hours. So for 28p or 1 kilowatt hour, you can use the dehumidifier for 6 hours, or work it the other way around, that's 4.7p per hour to use it. If you need to run it constantly for 24 hours for whatever reason, that will cost you about £1.12. That's pretty cheap, and if you use it for drying laundry and you compare that to a traditional tumble dryer, not a heat pump one, that's circa 3 kilowatts, that's 84p per hour. Yes, performance does differ and you might need clothes quicker, but even leaving the dehumidifier on for 12 hours, that is cheaper than 1 hour on a tumble dryer. So I think that's about it. I think I've covered most points, but if I haven't, ask me in the comments below and I'll get back to you. This dehumidifier is great. I love it. My wife loves it, and I can see us using it for many years to come. It's a little bit of an investment at £180 when on sale, but it's competitive if you look around, and Meaco's got a pretty good name for quality. That's a wrap for this video. Thank you very much for sticking around. And if you want to see more videos from us in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and all our future videos will pop up in your feed.